Okay. Assuming we're good to go, I'll just go straight into the countdown. So this is like God 4 old game from 2007. So 3, 2, 1, go. I'm gonna start off by grabbing this gun here, aiming up here. Basically we just have to start off in this course. Nothing really special here, it's just a average how to play FPS games. In the console version of this game, when these pop up you can just keep tapping aim to hit them, but on PC you can't do that and it's random where they come out, so being good at FPS games will let you do it faster. I'm not very good at FPS games, so yeah. So the main movement tech in this game is strafe jumping. It looks like this. It's a little bit faster than just running. I also have something on my mousepad that I need to move because I don't have any room. So first we're going to do the training course here. And I'm going to try and hit those two with one bullet. And then this guy. And then the rest is pretty self-explanatory. And I'm going to try and fit some strafe jumps in while I do it. Also, disclaimer, I'm not like a serious runner of this game. In fact, I'm actually pretty bad at it compared to everyone else, but I didn't really have anything to submit to this marathon, but I wanted to do it anyway, so I'm submitting this game. And also, for some reason this game just always looks bad, like no matter what bitrate you have it at. So we're gonna go on the easiest difficulty, obviously. Oh yeah, also you can see in the top right, I'm capping the frame rate at 125 because pretty sure it gives you a longer jump distance. And later on I'll be changing it to 250, which lets me make smaller movements with the keys. So I can do a glitch called an elevator where I basically just float up a wall and go out of bounds. So a big part of this game is basically just killing everyone and then waiting for the AI to catch up. Also, for some reason, Infinity Ward thought it would be good to just slow you down here for no reason. So for this one particular section you just move slowly compared to normal speed. And I'm pretty sure this is on a timer once you get here, so usually I'll just like throw a grenade up here and then shoot this guy. And then usually the helicopter will come. If any of you are like old school players of this game, or even if you heard of it recently, you'll probably know about a thing in this game called bouncing, where if you land on an unrendered surface, you'll clip inside and get shot out upwards, usually. That happens with like all of the slopes in this game, and unfortunately they're not very useful in the run, but They are a cool thing that you could check out in your own time if you wanted to. Some people are really creative with them. So I stand up close to that door there, and then as soon as he opens it I can just clip through. And now you basically just want to kill these guys while moving down the hallway. I'm gonna do the same thing on this door, because if you don't, he stands on the stairs for a while and just takes a lot of time to get past him.
Ready, sir. Go. Movement right. Move.
So you want to kill these guys.
Move up.
And then clear out this room too. Usually it's not too bad. You'll probably come close to dying maybe sometimes. But for the most part it's just to run through and kill everyone. When he says tango down, that's the it's a cue for you to stand here and wait for these doors to open. There is a pretty rare softlock you can get here, where he just won't say anything. Also, he should be stood here, but he's not. So that's kind of worrying me a little bit. That desync might just be me, because I don't actually use the studio version of OBS. So I just had to set this up like the day before yesterday. We usually use classic. So now the ship is sinking. And angry British man is shouting at us. Never actually like paid attention to see if I'm skipping any of them. This part's not very like action packed, high octane. So the way strafe jumping works in this game is this game is actually running on a modified version of the Quake engine. I believe Quake 3. So just moving in a semicircle just builds up speed, pretty much. Like any other game that you've seen. Okay, so here's the part where I have to basically we just sit in a car for around 4 minutes. It's like kind of an auto-scroller, like literally an auto-scroller actually. But what we can do is type com_max FPS and change it to 0 to uncap it. And then the higher the frame rate we have, so the higher the frame rate we have, shot goes, supposedly. Yeah, this level is like, I would say the worst one in the game. But there's one more like auto-scroller-ish thing. Was the training course PogChamp? Not really. I was pretty slow because I got stuck on all the walls. Because I'm good at this video game. The funny thing about this is if you change your FOV to 1, then you actually get a lot more frames. But I won't do that to you because it's not very fun to look at. At least when I do it this way, you can look out the windows or something. Is it going faster with higher FPS? That's what everyone says, but I don't know. Because sometimes I just lose time for no reason, and sometimes I gain time here. So it could be, for all we know. There's usually a dude in one of these bins somewhere. He plays peekaboo, I think. Crank the FOV to 360. I don't think I can go higher than 90 without turning on cheats. I don't think I can anyway. Are there any glitches? There's a few glitches. Mostly it's just like abusing triggers, but one level has a skip where you skip the entire thing. Basically, at the start of one of the missions, you'll do an elevator on top of a small shack, and then you can just run straight to the end of the building. If anyone's played this game before, you might remember a mission, like the only good mission in the game, which is like sniping. Basically, we skip all of that mission, and it skips you having to crawl in the field, like by the tanks and shit. Stuff. My bad. Okay, so good news, this thing is over now. And also even better news, I think that's my 3rd voice crack of the stream, so that's nice. Yeah, okay. We got about 30 seconds left. I mean, you still play the Chernobyl mission, but you just don't have to deal with any of the enemies. You still take the route, you just don't spawn anyone in. Phew. Alright, now we get back to actually playing the video game. Now we get back to actually playing the video game.
Just executed. The loyalists are expecting us half a click to the north.
So we're just gonna try and get everyone down here quietly. Because otherwise when I get over here these guys are gonna be aggroed already, and I really don't want that. Okay, it's all of this. Oh, and now we have to wait for Price again. He's over there somewhere. There he is. Deja vu. So if for some reason you think you want to run this game, there is a tutorial and it's pretty detailed actually. If you search up a guy on the leaderboard called Jimmy, I think he's in 3rd place right now. He has a pretty good tutorial for this game, which I haven't actually watched. Well, I watched a bit of it, but for the most part I haven't, which is why my time is bad. But usually when we get here with Price, he's going to tell us to kill everyone here, so let's just do that before he gets here. And then we'll kill the spare guy that runs out of here. Spliced run. No comment. This is not pre-recorded. If any of you played the multiplayer of this game, you'll know how awful this noob tube is. But fortunately for us, in the speedrun, it's pretty good at clearing out large enemies. Large enemies? Large waves of enemies. It's probably good for large enemies too, but you know what I mean. Yeah, just send Price to the gulags. So again, we're just waiting for this a little bit, and now I'm gonna pop on the noob tube and get stuck on a wall. And we're gonna try and spawn kill as many of these as I can. And then I'll resort to shooting them later when I can't find any more. So that's now. Alright, so when he says that, it's a trigger to get on the cliff and support the men. But, spoiler alert, you don't have to support the men, you just have to wait for these 3 guys to spawn in this building. So we're going to wait for that. And then we can go. I don't know why those 3 guys would be the trigger. Pretty sure when I was a kid and I was playing this, I didn't even shoot those. Maybe it's like a time-based trigger on top of that. But I did find a way to get down here without waiting for all of this dialogue and taking the zip line, but Call of Duty games are notorious for making you hit triggers. Also, I forgot to put my FPS back to 125. Like as I said before, 125 lets you get more distance with your jumps. And having more than that gives you more height. So in some places, if there's a big wall that you want to get on, you'll flick it up to 300. And then anywhere else where you're running in a straight line, you'll want to be strafe jumping and you'll have it at 125. I played this as a kid. Yeah, of course I did. This game was my childhood. I got this game when it came out. I believe it was a Xbox 360 launch title, actually. Yeah, exactly. You can't skip triggers, which is a shame. But also, you're supposed to be using night vision here, but I did a dumb and One time when I was just... Jeez. One time when I was just messing around, I accidentally bound no clip to the night vision button. So can't use that anymore. That's why it says unbound. So now that's done. We saved the Russian guy, my comrade. We're just gonna come towards the end of the... Came out after the 360. Oh, okay. I'm an old boy. It's been a long time. I can't remember if you can climb onto this early. I remember trying it once and dying, so now I just wait for Price. Do it. And then everyone else teleports over when you trigger the end. So, some lore of this game, if you would like it. If for some reason you haven't played. There's a bad guy, and you gotta kill him. And then another bad guy comes, and then you kill them both. Yeah, unbound just means there's nothing assigned to the key. But in this case I do have something assigned to the key. And it is no clip. Which I don't want to use in a speedrun. Because I'll get banned. Banned from the speed world. So, in this mission, you think that the guy at the end of the auto-scrolling mission is broadcasting from a TV station. So we're gonna go raid it. And there's two guys on the other side of this wall, which I'm just gonna shoot before the other guys get here. Yeah. Call of Duty games have some pretty deep lore. There's not really much you can do with like a war game though. There's always a bad guy that you've got to kill. So mostly the combat in this game, we're just gonna try and rush through. A lot of the time you do just get like absolutely melted and you'll just die. Which can be bad because checkpoints in this game are really good. And I'm sorry if anyone watching is an old school COD 4 multiplayer PC gamer. Some of the Pro Mod squad. My strafing is not very good. I'm just gonna throw that out there right now. This is not good. People do it a lot better than I do and a lot faster than I do. I just sort of like make do with what I can do. What other games do I speedrun? My main game is Mirror's Edge, aka one of the best speedruns in the world. It's a pretty decent game. I also did a speedrun of the B-movie game. Actually, I did several of them. I do not recommend it. So now these guys are here. Just gonna wait for them to bust open the door. And I'll explain the strat of this next room as I do it. So, gonna kill this guy. And for my route, it's important that I kill this guy and grab his AK. And then we're going to use this to run in here and lock down the spawn. throw a grenade in the other spawn over there. Stop them spawning in this room. And then a bunch of them just died to my grenade there. And now we just clear out the room. Room clear. Okay, let's go. B-movie the game, the speedrun. Do I speedrun Fable? No. But I have played it, I guess. So now, again, the running theme in this game is get to the end of the level and wait for the NPCs to catch up. In the meantime, we can admire the scenery. We got some desert town. A turtle? Maybe? I don't know. Hello, Sphere Major. I did do a speedrun of Modern Warfare Remastered. It's not that good. I mean, this game's not very good, but Modern Warfare Remastered is also not very good. So now we're watching from the inside. Hey man, just questions are fine. Gives me something to talk about. Ask away. The remastered version of this game is actually like not bad. It's pretty similar to the original. Like it feels the same and you can still strafe and stuff like that, but the multiplayer is a bit different because like it's on the Advanced Warfare engine, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so first of all I'm going to run up to the barrel of this tank and I'm going to wait for the guy to pass. And he's going to be my cannon fodder. And then I'm going to pull out the noob tube again. Oops. And then we're going to save this guy. You get an achievement for that, I'm pretty sure. Oh. I just got sniped. How did I get sniped? There's always a dude behind that couch. This is going to be loud, so sorry in advance. Alright, when he says good job, that's a cue to go this way. Didn't get a checkpoint, which is not good. Very, very not good. Checkpoints in this are really, really busted. Just this one level though. For some reason, you just don't get them sometimes, and I don't know why. So now I have to do all of this again. Because good video. Why? Dude, go away. Can I get a checkpoint this time, please? please. No? Okay. That's okay. I'll just be careful, I guess. I really don't want to die, because like I didn't get a checkpoint again. Oh god. Alright, so now that is signatured that I can do this part. So we're going to run over here. Gonna hit tank 1. It says we need to hit all 3, but we're just gonna shoot 1 and 2. And then that's gonna pretty much give us all we need. Press unbound. Can I please have a checkpoint? Video game. Video game. Checkpoint, please. I'm not sure if I did get one or not. I wasn't looking. Can I use night vision goggles? Unfortunately not. Because I have that key. So I'm standing there to avoid a softlock when nothing happens here. So we're gonna throw a stun. And we're gonna blow up all these guys. And then we're gonna try and stick to the left side because there's a guy on the roof with an RPG. And I didn't get a checkpoint, so... XD, honestly. If I die, it's gonna be a big lol. So now we're gonna wait for this guy to stop talking. When he says negative, I can go forwards. And now I'm just gonna pop this here. Still no checkpoint, but that's okay, I guess. Gonna stand here and wait for the beacon. And now we basically just run away and try not to die. So we're gonna take out the annoying RPG guys. Is there a segmented run with harder difficulties? I believe there is a segmented run, but it's actually slower than the RTA world record. I'm pretty sure it also doesn't have the auto-scrolling missions in it. I'm pretty sure they were just like cut out because you don't actually play them. Oh. Not gonna lie, forgot I had to go over there and I was reading the chat. Sorry. Yeah, it's slower than RTA. Because some guys found a bunch of stuff, I guess. Alright, what's this next mission? Hunted. This one's pretty cool. There's not really much waiting around in it actually. Is it on SDA? Yeah, it is. Thanks from Copier, sorry. welcome to Shots Fired Devastation.
You're still in one piece. Get up. Come on, we need to get moving before the search.
Alright, I won't read you.
Casualty
You little prankster.
pilots are dead, sir. Bugger.
So the game's doing this thing again, where it doesn't want you to go fast, so it's just
It's not far from here. Let's
slowing me down, like, a lot. If I just run normally, it's really slow, as you can see. So strafing is still a tiny bit faster, but... Damn Infinity Ward. I'm gonna try and shoot these guys as they drive past, because it should aggro them to attack me earlier. I don't think you can actually damage them before thingy. But now they're gonna come running past here. Should be another one somewhere. There he is. Oh, they all came. Full party. And then there's one more dude over there. Well, there was. Yeah, there's no skip for the AC-130 mission. So you kinda just have to do it. It's just 10 minutes of boring, yeah, exactly. So when this mission ends, if you would like a drink or something, it would be the perfect time to do so. Maybe even cook yourself a microwave meal, because it lasts for literally 10 minutes. Gonna shoot this chopper early. Triggers everything a bit earlier, saves a bit of time, I think. And then I'm just gonna strafe onto this invisible block thing. I mean, you can shoot these guys, but there's not really much point. Nothing really happens. Just gotta wait for Gaz to open the thing. And then as soon as he does, we're off to the races. And I'm just gonna crouch so I automatically fall as soon as he does. I'm gonna take a small shortcut over these. And up here. Game saved. Nice, nice. So there's going to be 2 dogs. Where's the other one? There it is. So now the dogs are done. We'll take out the guys. Basically for this part, you just want to push down over to that corner as fast as you can. Most of the time I'll just do this. And then I'll head glitch behind this because I'm an awful person. And then I'll come back out and help the rest of the boys. The lads.
hold on, the helicopter's back. It doesn't look like they know where
Call them they're Russian. A very quick shower? You could. I'll see if you can actually like beat the mission. So again, slowing us down because bad game. So we're just gonna shoot these guys. And once we've been in combat for a bit, it'll let us move kinda fast. There we go, I can move again. So there's a checkpoint here that you get sometimes. But I think you only get it if everyone's dead. So I backtrack into it usually. Is really bad. I need the checkpoint. But I'm not getting the checkpoint. There it is. Okay. And again, like before, just get through as fast as you can while killing everything in the way. The thing that I like to do is come around here And that avoids me getting shot by the helicopter most of the time. So right now, just clearing out the barn. Alright, that's good. Pick up the stinger. And he's gonna pop a flare because he's cool. Because dramatic. Yeah, a lot of people play COD 4 Remaster, but if you want to play it on PC, don't, because it's dead. The multiplayer is anyway.
Captain Price, we've got Stinger missiles in the barn. Go, grab a Stinger and take out that chopper. Move!
Oh, did I soft lock?
Bloody nice shooting this soap.
Oh, oh no.
Good work, soap. Everyone
Oh,
on me. Let's
okay.
go.
Whew. Was not worried at all. Doom 2016 is a really good speedrun. I learned like a good most of it. I even upgraded my PC so I could stream runs of it, but then I didn't really bother re-downloading the game because it's fucking... Sorry, I keep swearing. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear. It's heckin' 70 gigs, so...
Bravo 6 will cover you all the way to the extraction zone. You better get moving. Roger that, Warhammer. We're moving now. Out. Come on, let's go.
Okay, so now is the boring mission. So, if you're hungry or thirsty, you should do yourself a solid and go grab yourself a cold one. Crack it open without the boys.
TV, confirm you see the church in the town. We see it. Start the clock. Roger that. We're there.
So yeah, this is the really boring mission. The only fun thing about this is if you go on the smallest gun and then I hit my FOV key, you can see my hand. That's literally it. Nothing else. Basically, we're just gonna shoot all of these. Pew. Kaboom. So see if anyone can count how many times he says hot damn.
Personnel right there. Get back on those guys. Hot damn. Yeah, take him out. Whoa. Roger, guy moving. Get that person. Enemy personnel on the road. You gonna get him?
Yeah, it would be cool if they actually had a song that played here.
There, tracking.
Unfortunately, it's just background noise.
There's armed personnel running out of the church.
Are these my guys?
Get that guy.
No.
That's it.
If you hit your team, then you fail, and
Nail those guys by the building.
goodbye progress.
Got him. Yeah, direct hits right there. Personnel right there. They're taking cover by that wall. Wildfire, this is Bravo 6. Be advised, we're passing a large church and continuing towards the main highway. Keep up the fire.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing veteran.
Roger that. Engage anything without a flashing strobe light.
Veteran's slow, and I ain't no slow boy apart from this. It's pretty slow.
Personnel. Enemy personnel on the road. We got a vehicle on the move. Shot! Okay, he's moving again. Kaboom. Shit, must have been a full tank of gas. Nail those guys. Hot damn!
That's a hit.
Recalibrate out of the sweep angle, adjust elevation scan.
Let's do the hand thing. There you go.
Set scan range.
See that hand in the bottom left?
Enemy personnel on the road.
That is history.
That guy. Copy. Smoke him. Clean up that signal. Clear to engage all of those. Enemies crossing the field. Right.
See, this mission is like especially bad because there's not even anything to talk about while you do it.
Rolling in. Yeah, good kill. I see lots of little pieces.
Like, I can't even explain
There's a
where the people are and
moving vehicle here.
how I know they're going to be there because
Engage, I repeat, do not
I don't know where they are and I don't know how they're going to be there.
We're going to commandeer civilian transport on the main highway. Cover us. Crew, do not engage any vehicles traveling on the highway. Those are civilians. Ground units are requiring alternate transport at this time. Do not engage any vehicles.
Yeah, this is pretty much a mimic of a mission.
That's a nice truck. Nah.
What's the hand? There you go, there's the hand.
Confirm you see the beacons. Roger, we see the beacons. Crew, do not fire on the vehicles marked with the flashing beacons. I repeat, do not fire on the vehicles with the flashing beacons. Those are friendlies. More enemy personnel. Heads up. Hostile forces are setting up ambush points along the curved road. Navigation, which one's the curved road? Over.
Yeah, so
Control. Do you see the water?
sorry about this part.
TV, confirm you see the water tower. Are you talking about the water tower near the intersection? Roger.
But I promise you from the bottom of my heart, this is the
Roger that. Track that road to the
last boring part,
see another water tower in the village
I
further
think.
down that road. We're having a bit of trouble acquiring the village. How far up the road is it? Approximately, hang on. It's about 2 clicks along
Is this hand percent?
away from the highway. Yeah, roger that.
Hell yeah.
Towards the village. Stand by to engage ground target.
Look at that hand.
Hostile set up along the curved road. Hostiles were trying to ambush along the curved road. They're partially concealed by the trees. Whoa! Someone just fired an RPG! Roger that. Crew, go ahead and take out everything in that village. Armored vehicle right there coming out of the barn. Confirmed is hostile. Clear to engage. Smoke them. Wildfire, we're under attack. We could use some help here. Crew, track those smoke trails and take them out of the source. Clear a path for our guys. Personnel on the roof of that U-shaped building. U-shaped building?
Still not over. Nope.
Square structure on the roof.
It's about halfway done.
Flat roof. Whoa!
I did say thirsty, then you should
There you got 'em.
go get a drink because it's more entertaining than this.
Good kill. Hot damn!
Uh,
Nice. Rolling in. Killed our guys there. Good kill, good kill. Oopsie daisy. Right there, tracking.
yeah.
Clear to engage all of those.
Wait, is Modern Warfare 2 faster?
Yeah, clear to engage. Target reset.
Am I supposed to be shooting stuff right now? Okay, so
Clean up that signal.
can I get some PogChamps for the last area of this
Adjust elevation scan.
flight simulator black and white 1920s thing?
Set scan range.
This is it. This is the end.
Target reset. Wildfire, we're approaching the LZ at the junkyard.
And then we're right back into the high octane thrills.
Crew friendlies are leaving the vehicles and moving on foot towards the LZ. Do not fire on any personnel marked by a flashing strobe. Affirmative. Keep watching for those strobe lights. Those are friendlies. Enemy personnel in the junkyard. Crew.
Actually, this part, I'm pretty sure they just take turns spawning on each side.
You got him.
Like they'll be over here next, and then they'll be back over here.
Okay, he's moving again. There's a guy by that car.
What are they shooting at? Oh, they did spawn.
Get that person.
Gosh darn it.
Hit. You got him.
Also, I would like to add that
Clean up that signal.
I did not want to get up really early to do this run, so
Building.
instead I just stayed awake all night.
Get that person.
Did it for you guys,
Copy.
the shots fired fans.
Right there. Tracking. Yeah, direct hits right there. Tracking.
But yeah, if for some
Okay, he's moving again. Yep, that was right on.
reason
Wildfire,
you want to watch this again, I don't actually stream it that much. I'm actually just like a... I just speedrun Mirror's Edge. That's it, pretty much. It's a very bright game. What is mitochondria? Actually, I lied to you, streamer. Oh, what did I do? Yeah, low quality because I didn't sleep and not because I'm bad at talking. Alright, here we go. This is the end. The end. Dude, I love Mirror's Edge too. It's a good game. Alright. Now we're back into the action. Any second now. Yeah, there we go. So we're just going to run straight up the side here. Get out of my face. We're gonna ignore these guys pretty much. But I am gonna pop on this noob tube and shoot it in. Because I'm a scumbag Steve of the video game world. It's a 2007 meme. Yeah, they made... I'm pretty sure they made this game for the Wii. And I'm pretty sure they also... Yeah, I'm 99% sure they also made a PSP and a DS version. Oh. 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 Alright, so might have soft locked. Yes. Maybe. Maybe. Might work if I backtrack. Can you open the door now, please?
Bravo 6, we're moving up. Roger that. Gunner, 3-story building at 12:30, second floor.
Okay, well, I haven't actually had this soft lock before. And that's what I get for not doing it my usual way. I'm gonna do it the way I used to do it. Even though you don't have to go this way. I just shoot these anyway. So I do that and then I go in here. Oh, and now I'm slow. Cool. We'll get him next time. Exactly. Oh. That was pretty close. So that's how I usually do it. You don't have to go over there. but I do it because question mark, question mark. I'm always scared of these cars because I run past them and then they fucking explode. Okay, is it actually gonna like work this time? You gonna open the door, dude? Looks like they're gonna open the door. Yeah, cool, nice. Cool, and nice. Even though the tank's not here yet, it will just take a while to catch up. But it'll be here. Mark my words. Reported for NoobTube. You can't kick me from the server, I'm an admin. Yes. I am very, very tired. I'm sorry. I'm tired. But it sort of like backfired on me when I was this tired. So now we wait for the end of the mission because we didn't soft lock, because we are good at the game. I like coming into this corner and then shooting a noob tube here and then running over here and watching it explode. Doesn't do anything at all. Can do it. There's my ride. My ride. Hey, what's up, Billy? What's up, Rosemere? Oh yeah, you have to like ride in this thing for a bit as well. It's not that long though. Turns out I lied to you. There is actually another part like this. But this one is only like a minute and a half, so it's all Gucci. Tactical nuke. Also, if you watch carefully when I shoot people, sometimes they will ragdoll into the skybox. It's pretty rare, but it can happen. I'm guessing the bitrate goes crazy if I shake the camera like that.
Tracking advanced team pinned down in the city. Roger that, Command. Outlaw 2-5 is en route. Marines, listen up. One of our forward recon teams has gotten pinned down and needs our help.
New Brunner, pretty much. Yeah, I'm not like a. I think I have like 5 completed runs of this game. I won't lie and say that I'm good or anything. I just played this game a lot as a kid, and I basically just like was like, wow, I want to do a speedrun of this, so I just like kind of routed it myself in a way. But then that run was really slow, so I took some other people's routes on top of mine. Hey boy. So usually there's like a big huge fight there, but you can sort of just run through them. What's this guy's name? Vasquez, Aria, Smith, Classic. From here? No. Oh, that's a good thing to test. I've always wondered if it worked.
Go ahead, Command, over. SEAL Team 6 has located a possible nuclear device at Al-Assad's palace to the west. Nest teams are on the way. Until the device is verified safe, all forces are to fall back to the east. Over.
She lost the tail rotor. Yeah, that fight is really awful. Oh, wait, you're talking about a different game. My bad. My bad. I would like you to be my hero. Hey man, I didn't save her for nothing. I'm sure if we didn't blow up, I would have gotten something from it at least. Sometimes there's an RNG nade here. Oh shit, nade skip. Also, again, I don't actually know if I can swear or not, and I keep doing it because I'm a bad person. So, sorry. And if you never see me again, I've been banned by the Knights of the Shots Fired Round Table. I agree. If we did leave her, we would have avoided the shroom. Also, I want you to pay attention to this guy and how his face expression is when he's hanging off the edge. It's like a mini dreadgasm. Just don't get you banned. I won't get you banned. I'm sorry. Right, so here's one of the hypest parts of the game. This is where we crawl. And we crawl. And we crawl. Oh yeah, Dreadgasm. Look at this line I take. Right here, this one. My insane pace. 2 quick ones. You already know I'm getting in there on the perfect line. And I clutch the grenade launcher. I am a legend. And that is one nice mushroom. Alright, what's next? I don't have my splits running. And I don't know the order. Oh, this one has a cool skip. Okay. So. We're gonna Straferino up the cliff, kinda. Like I said, I'm not good at this game at all. I'm just doing it because it's like the only FPS game that I run, I think. So hopefully we don't get blown up by this car. Alright, we're safe. And I'm sorry to anyone who likes doggos, but the dogs are going to glitch behind me and all pile up, and there's going to be a doggo massacre on the way out. So if I stand here, it kind of like bugs out, because this mission is basically, you're supposed to go and check every house individually, and then the guy you need to find is always in the last one. But if you go up to that checkpoint and then you come back down to this building, oops. Look at that wall hack. But if you go up to the thing and then you come back down to this building, it just sort of like freaks the game out, and he's in the first one that we check.
Why'd you do it? Where did you get the bomb? Who then? Who? Give me a name. A name. I want his name.
And now we can actually go outside without a gun if you want to. But there's actually still enemies here, which is strange. There's not really much you can do. You don't really want to die, honestly. And that is voice crack number 4 of this lovely live stream. I am a grown man. Oh, here we go. Here's the mission. Can you see the guy?
Too much radiation. We'll have to go around.
There he is. You didn't see him, did you?
And keep low.
He's a ninja.
Careful. There's pockets of radiation all over this area. If you absorb too much, you're a dead man. Move.
Right, hopefully this guy comes towards us. He did not. We'll try it anyway. So. Do this kinda, it's kinda like too awkward to explain, but essentially I want to get on the pixel where I can and can't stand, and then again the game freaks out and you kinda like, I guess you become part of the wall and you just like go up it, maybe. That's my guess. I'll pop my FPS back to 125. So we can strafe longer distances. And you'll notice like, usually you'd have to crawl through that field when there's a tank going over you and stuff like that. But no, we're not doing that. Now kill this guy, and to stop us doing that again on the other side of this thing, we're going to come up here. FPS goes up so we get more height, and we need to get on top of this thing. And now it stops us having to crawl under really slowly, and we just make our way to the end of the mission. Also, are you enjoying this bitrate? Because this grass fucks everything, literally destroys the game. That's a dog. Elevators are like one of my favorite things about COD 4 back in the day. Elevators and bounces, and that's why I used to do a lot of like bounce maps and stuff like that. Also made a couple montages with bounces and stuff. I think I deleted them all now though. So that was that mission. One of the best ruined by a skip, but it's a skip, so. There's a strat you can do here where you can shoot him immediately, which I will try and do, but again I'm not very good at it, so I'll probably fail. I'm going to aim here, and as soon as I see him I'm going to shoot. Okay. Well, it's supposed to go all the way to the right, which it did not do, so I guess I can try it once more, since my estimate for this run is like humongous.
Remember what I taught you. Keep in mind variable humidity and wind speed along the body's flight path. At this distance, you'll also have to take the Coriolis effect into account.
There we go.
Shut that onto us. Take out that helicopter. It'll buy us some time. Great shot, Lieutenant. Now let's go.
Great shot, Lieutenant.
It's time to move. We'll have to take a shortcut. Follow my lead.
Yeah, bounces are the coolest thing by far. Elevators are cool because you can like get to places to do good bounces, but it's ultimately the bounce that's way better than the elevator itself.
This is Alpha 6. We have been compromised. I repeat, we have been compromised. Now heading to extraction point 4.
Oh, well,
Target is down. Nice shot, Lieutenant. Shut that onto us.
that's never happened to me before.
Helicopter. It'll buy us some time. Great shot, Lieutenant. Now let's go.
Am I allowed to say that?
It's time to move. We'll have to take a shortcut. Follow my lead.
Shortcut. So yeah, there's no more elevators in the run.
Lieutenant Price, follow me.
I actually found something before I did this run.
We have been
Like just before I started,
compromised. Now heading to extraction.
I found a place where you could do an elevator in the third mission. And if it works, then you can go right to the end of the mission and skip all of the fighting inside the news station. Dude, where are you? Where is he? Oh my god. Come on, Starsky. Wait, what's banned? So now there's a doggo coming up, and we don't like doggos, so rip doggo frankazy and stuff. We're supposed to be stealthy here, but stealth is slow, so we're going to kill all of these. And then we're going to snipe the helicopter.
Incoming helicopter. Snipe the bastard. We'll take it down together.
Good job, dude.
Snipe you bastard.
Frame perfect hype time. Do people run Black Ops 2? Black Ops 2?
My leg's all messed up. I can't move. If we run into trouble, you'll have to find a good spot to put me down so I can cover you.
Yeah, thanks for the plug, lastly.
We can still make it if we
I
have.
appreciate it.
Enemies closing in. Put me in a good spot where I can cover you. Tango's closing fast. Put me in a good spot to cover you.
We're back on our Ryan Lockwood. Need to get there on the perfect line.
Head for that apartment. We'll try to lose him in there. Enemy troops approaching. Find a spot where I can cover you and put me down.
So we're just going to carry him to quote unquote safety, and hopefully I can get this dog before it runs away. Did not get the dog. Oh wow. I only have one bullet, and I also ran out of mouse pad, so it was like a double fail. But yep, now we get back on the Ryan Lockwood. Perfect line.
We're almost there. The point is on the other side of that building.
Higher frames doesn't mean higher movement speed. 125 is a sweet spot for distance and height. I'm pretty sure that goes for everything Quake related. Having like 800 or something FPS. I think 333 was the best for max height. Alright, so there's a glitch here. We're gonna put him down up here. And usually you can't pick him back up until you have to leave. But
Safe distance. Put me down behind the Ferris wheel where I can provide sniper support.
where's the guy?
Lieutenant Price, don't get too far ahead.
Alright, so You come up to this thing, the bumper car, and then you place all of these claymores here. And for some reason, I don't know why this works, and I don't know if this is like the only thing that makes it work, but it's like the only thing I watched in the tutorial. But now if I come over here, I can pick him up early because I went too far and placed down some claymores. But the weird thing is, you can go too far and then come back, but it still won't let you pick him up until you place all the claymores over there. So I don't really know. Dude, look at them all hit the floor. It's like sniping at someone in PUBG and they're just crawling away. Yeah, the captain has a pretty heavy Scottish accent. So basically here I'm just going to be getting my Kenny-S on, because I'm good with the AVP. Yeah, this is like really boring, and it's even worse when you haven't done the glitch. Also, these claymores, I always forget that I put them down, and then someone walks over them and they make the loudest click in the world. So when that happens, that's on my end, and yeah, I'm scared too. Maybe I just shouldn't have told you. Now I regret telling you. Damn it. It's gonna click anytime. There it is. Who's this guy? Oh, well, I wasted the skip. I was supposed to be over there a long time ago, but you know how it is. I was watching the game that was being played before I did this, and that game looks really cool. I'm definitely going to play that at some point. I am definitely gonna fall asleep before anything ever. Might even fall asleep before the end of this. So this mission is really short. I think it's one of the shortest in the run. soon as this is done, I'm going to bed.
Their counterattack is imminent. Spread out and cover the southern approach. Sir, they're slowly coming up the hill. Just say when. Do it. Kaboom. Nice shot, mate. Target down.
So now I'm just gonna spawn kill for a bit.
Got him.
And then I'm gonna run back.
Squad, hold your ground.
And I'm gonna get on
Larger force than we really are.
a big boy gun.
Goodbye.
What's the best old school Ghost Recon game? I've never played one.
Target down.
I know, I'm a bad person.
Got him. See anything? Not much movement on the road. They might be moving to our west.
Alright, let's go.
They're targeting our position with mortars. It's time to fall back. Right, so get to the minigun and cover the western flank. Go. 2, falling back. 3, on the move. So, keep the minigun spooled up. Fire in bursts. 3 here. 2's in the far eastern building. We've got the eastern road locked down.
So now we wait for the helicopters to come in. And that will trigger us to be able to run back.
Target eliminated.
Sorry for the noise. It's really loud in my ears. Is that all of them? Yep. Right. So now we're going to run in here. We're going to pick these up and make sure no one is near them, otherwise they're going to get friendly fire for some reason. Is he on our team? No. Okay. Here we go. Right, and that's all of the waiting done. Now we're just going to go as fast as we can this way. We're going to run in the barn, grab a P90 from the left, javelin from the right. Basically, we have to take out these tanks, and then the game wants you to stand here for a while it loads up enemies around the place. And then it tells you to go all the way back down to the other side. But instead of doing that, I'm just gonna go straight away. Under the cover of the smoke from the tank. Sometimes you die, sometimes you don't die.
Bravo 6, this is Falcon 1 standing by to provide close air support, over. Roger, stand by for airstrike. Bravo 6, this is Griffin 27.
We got the hand out again, boys.
Johnny airspace. ETA is 4 minutes.
This is a hand run.
The LZ is too hot. We cannot land at the farm. I repeat, we cannot land at the farm. We're picking up SAM sites all over these mountains. Bravo 6, we're getting a lot of enemy radar.
So now we're just gonna stand and wait for the thing. And luckily,
We just busted our asses to get to this LZ, and now they want us to go all the way back down.
we don't have to wait for the NPC to catch up, because they're just going to teleport over to us. And that's the end. Did someone say anime? Right, and that's that mission. The next one is also a kind of fast one. We're gonna run up here, and usually he's gonna say wait for my mark, but let's not do that. Let's just kill everyone fast. Sorry, I forgot to do like some commentary.
Alright, let's get this place sorted out. Change into the enemy uniforms and douse the fires. Camera off. I need your men on the ground if the drivers start asking questions. Just keep them busy until we locate Zakayev's son.
Oh.
We don't have much time, so get to it.
Boing.
Man, you look like a clown in that outfit. Good thing you're up here, because you look nothing like a Russian.
You look nothing like a Russian.
Bravo 6, this is Vulture 1-6. We're tracking an enemy convoy headed your way. I count 6 vehicles.
That's some pretty good hand movement.
Roger that. Nobody fires a shot until I give the order.
Again, he says nobody fires a shot until I say, but I found out by accident when I accidentally fat-fingered left-click that you can shoot this guy a bit earlier than normal. So when this truck stops, you can... And then he's gonna ram us, so I want a gun. I don't have my pistol anymore. That's unfortunate. Kinda needed that a little bit. Just a little bit. But now we're gonna Russian guy in the Adidas tracksuit. No memes intended. Looks like he's rushing B. So I'm actually just gonna run straight past him. That's not good. That's bad. It's real bad. But your boy is a god gamer, so he made it through. Nico, is that you? Yeah, I don't actually know what Zakayev's... Wait, did he kill them already? Okay. Never had it done that fast. Hey buddy. Are they dead? Are they dead? Are they dead? Can you make them dead? Dude, make them dead. Make them dead, guy. Bruh, what are you doing? Jesus. That's supposed to happen a lot faster. So now, if anyone is sensitive to intimate events with weapons, look away.
Shit, it's got some issues.
Nice play, this is Bravo 6. Zakayo's son's dead. We're coming home.
Bloody hell. His son was our only lead, sir.
Forget it. I know the man. He won't let this go. Let's go.
So that's pretty much the end of that. He just does a Sudoku. Here again, like every other level,
Bravo 6,
we're just gonna
emergency transponder. He's
straferino, kinda. We're just gonna flail the camera and jump a little bit till we get to this door, and then it speeds up the AI, and then we can look back and kill anyone. But they do most of that, so that's good.
all clear. They must have Briggs in one of those houses. There's an entry point through that basement door. We go room to room from there. Keep it quiet. Move.
How much would it cost? Very many monies. It seems like every time I do a marathon run of some sort, someone always asks me to do ASMR.
Enemy down. Room clear. This floor's clear. Move up to the second.
Oh. Well. I'm not gonna lie. I've never had them come out of the room before. I know they're doing it like all the time. So usually I kill whoever's spare and make sure no one else sees you. Fucking die, please. So I said the F word, my bad, again. If you kill these fast enough, you skip a second wave of enemies coming out of that building. Maybe I should do ASMR. before you can just kill everyone through the wall.
Looks like this is the place. Get ready to breach.
I'm not sure if I killed everyone.
All clear.
Alright, let's go.
Cut Griggs loose, move.
This is usually where I kill the guy actually, but I already killed him, so.
About damn time.
Did they spawn another one?
You guys are gonna leave me behind.
They did. Nice.
But your arse had all the C4. You alright?
We need to knock out that
Yeah, I had to kill him because I needed his
fortified perimeter. Okay, Team 1. We got Griggs and we're coming out of building 2.
needed his weapon.
Charlie 6, what's your status? Over.
Team 2 position to perimeter. Waiting on you to kill the tower. Over.
Charlie 6, the tower's down and the power's out. 20 seconds.
Roger. We're breaching the perimeter. Stand by.
Backup power in 10 seconds.
Do I have any Russian homies in chat that can translate this? I'm assuming it says,
Bravo 6 will wait for you.
beware of the dog.
Roger, Team 2. We're on our way. Out. Get that fence open.
Dude, look how many extra teammates I have. Oh, that's so good. Alright. So, first off, just gonna do some strafing. Strafe, strafe. Same as before. And then we're gonna come through this building. And these barrels are bad, so we're gonna blow them up before we get anywhere near them. Then we're gonna hit 5. Because that's my binding for my grenade boom tube. And we're gonna shoot this here. Blow these up. Blow those up. And then try and get through here without dying. But I died. Never actually died to the guy hitting me before. But that's okay. Usually I get a checkpoint here, but I guess not today. So this goes here. I was just gonna run through anyway. So usually there's like a massive fight sequence there that you're supposed to do. But if you can squeeze through, then you can just run to the end. With some Frankazis with you. Can I get a Frankazi in chat? Rip doggos.
Bravo 6, Sniper Team 2, coming out of the tree line to the south. Hold your fire. It's one of the American sniper team. Down. Target south of us.
Dramatic music. Saturation. Nuke. Another nuke.
Roger, Bravo 6. Our satellites are tracking them now. Get your team inside the facility and retake the launch control center.
I don't have enough mousepad to do a 360 dank meme shot.
Roger that.
It's on now, Captain.
Sorry, boy. Alright, so here is the
Six, we're still working with
second last mission.
We should have them shortly. Keep moving.
Has a pretty... So, we're gonna jump on
Bravo 6, Sniper Team 2,
this rock,
Sniper VR over.
and then over this fence. And then we're gonna pray that we don't die, and we're gonna smoke. Switch to the tube. Don't die. died.
Bravo 6, this is
Nice.
Command. Give me a sit rep, over. Bravo 6, Sniper Team 2 is
Where am I?
We'll give you sniper cover and recon from where we are, over.
This guy does all the damage.
Suggest you get some C4 out there and not heavy weapons, over. That's a kill. Bravo 6, this is Command. Give me a sit rep, over.
Let's to shoot that. I hope this works still.
Sniper Team 2, target down.
Yeah, seems fine. Okay. And that's the entire mission. Pretty cool. It's one of the shortest, I think. Oh. It's actually becoming morning now, so it's getting pretty hot. But yeah, this run is almost over, so no more auto-scrolling shooting.
Team, give us a few seconds to cut through the vents. Got it, stand by.
I'm also very tired. I stayed up all night to do this run. I was just gonna like wake up early, but then I thought, wait, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do that, so I just stayed awake.
Team 3 repelling now. Team 3 is inside.
So there's a cool you can get in front of the guy. And then I found out if you walk against a wall and you hold the strafe key, you move really fast. And I don't know how I did it before, but somehow I got ahead of price, which would save quite a bit of time, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to be consistent.
In the south wing. They've locked down our access point over here, over.
Roger, Yankee 6. Regroup with Team 2 and help them gain control of base security. Over.
Roger that, sir. We're pulling back to regroup with Team 2.
So now basically
Captain Price,
we need to stop the nuke.
how to disrupt the missiles in flight. You have 15 minutes before those missiles reach the eastern seaboard, over.
So we're gonna run down here. Should grab a checkpoint. Please. There we go. I used to do a thing here where I would flash down the hallway, but don't need to do that anymore. I can just come through here. And then just make my way through. Gonna try and go as fast as I can. Oops. If you get close enough to these, they die for some reason. Yeah, there's like a small vent. Is walking along a wall, Half-Life 1 tech. Makes you move a bit faster than just holding W.
Almost there. Got it. Doors coming online now.
can't you make it open faster?
Negative, sir. You can try pulling it if it makes you feel better.
Cheeky bastard.
So I just throw it so I can... Oops. No, I can't use it, I don't think. I can, actually. So I just died to my own C4. Blew them up, but... Yeah, I didn't do that, did I? Because I'm smart.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
Guys, can't you make it open faster?
Negative, sir. You can try pulling it if it makes you feel better.
So usually I just like throw them and then I kill some people before I run out, but... I thought when I blew one up they would all blow up. And then pump one of those down the hallway. Kill the guy in here. It's everyone, I think.
Team 3, what's your status?
Yep.
Team 3 in position at the southeast side of the large control room. Standing by. Are you at the far wall? Over.
Affirmative. Preparing to breach.
I mean, this game's not like a terrible speedrun, but... I mean, I did see it coming, I just didn't want to believe it was gonna come. I wanted to believe. Nade, dude.
Stand by for confirmation. Stand by. Stand by. Bravo 6, all warheads have been confirmed destroyed in flight. We got a ton of debris, but most of it...
Sir, take the security feed. It's the can.
Okay, so my usual strat for this is shoot two guys and then
Roger that. We'll meet you at the vehicle depot.
shoot one of these.
Follow me. Let's go.
All teams, this is command. Recommend you exfil from the area immediately. Large numbers of hostile forces are converging on your position. Get out of there now.
Oh, something that I forgot to mention. Ah, fuck. That doesn't go. It's whatever. One thing I forgot to mention is I've been doing it right from the start of the game. So reload. The ammo actually refills before the end of the animation, so you can just like cut off the end by switching weapon and switching back. Alright, so this is the final mission, and guess what? It's an auto-scroller. And the FOV freaks out.
Enemy truck, 6 o'clock.
Oh, that is my... I told you I was tired, okay? Yep, it's basically you just sit here and you watch the enemies spawn on the back of the truck. They just appear over and over. Because this is very well programmed. So, fun fact, you cannot shoot down this helicopter. You can hit it twice, but nothing happens. Ow. And now there's just nothing to do, so... I'm just gonna spam jump up this thing, because it's faster than the dumb walking state that they put you in. Why bother shooting? You have to like kill the enemies and the cars. Anything after that is not needed.
Forces in the area may be able to assist, but we cannot confirm at this time. Base played out.
So of course you have to shoot people, but only for a set amount of time. So time will be coming up very soon. Here we go. Cool. I don't know why they do this in slow motion. Kinda wish they didn't do it in slow motion for convenience sake. No, it was not time. Time is when the gun goes away. So like, when he puts it down after shooting it. I'll do like a 3, 2, 1 for the time. It's almost time. Almost. Right on the edge of glory. I hope you all enjoyed this epic speedrun. Epic speedrun. And 3, 2, 1, time. That's the end of the video game. Yeah, this ending scene is really cool. And when I played the remastered version, it felt really cool again at the end. It was like the first time I finished it. It was great. Doesn't include Mile High Club. No, Mile High Club is it's it's an extra, I think.
Although world leaders were quick to denounce the action, Russian officials maintained that the missile tests fell well within established UN protocols. No comment was received from the ultra-nationalist party.
Alright,
Rumors of a
thanks for watching.
have just begun to surface. In other news, the search for a ship lost in the Bering Strait due to a major storm has been called off.